it's Zach and Robin, and we're finally back with more of the Star Legation. I'm sorry it's been a little while. I've been super mega busy. But last time we had escaped from the Cressettis who were trying to keep us captive for unknown reasons. And now we're just in space trying to figure out what's happening, and more shenanigans are happening. So, it will hopefully be fine. Maybe. Well, we'll see. Something unusual from scans of the area. Unusual? Explain, please. The last time we were surprised by the Cressetti, I did not notice any distortion fields, but right now I'm seeing several. What's a distortion field and where are they? Distortion field is just a scientific sounding term I'm using to describe something I don't fully understand that probably exists though I cannot prove it. Okay, so you've noticed something weird. What do you think it is? I'm sorry I can't provide any solid empirical data on the anomalies, but it appears that my scanner has an odd sputter. It occurs at roughly the same distance and location with each pulse. Perhaps more Cressetti are hiding there? That's what I was thinking too. That was such a revelation. Who would think that we'd encounter more Cressetti as we neared their homeworld? Okay, Wasu, no need for the sound. You're definitely starting to master sarcasm, Wasu. Elin, how many distortions are there and where are they? If each distortion is a Cressetti starship, then there are 4 or 5 following us right now. Seriously? Shouldn't we put up the shields? Not yet. Interesting. So they're just following us? How long has this been going on? Well, I wasn't sure it was anything more than small particle readings or a static glitch, and when I first noticed it, there were fewer of them. I would approximate that for at least the last 30 minutes, there have been 2 or 3 following us at the same distance, then more joined the group. Okay, everyone, keep doing the same things. Don't do anything different. I should not deviate course or adjust their speed? Correct. Elin, keep conducting your scans as you have been. If you stop, they might suspect we know they're there. How long are we going to do this? We'll arrive in orbital range of their home planet in less than 20 minutes at our current speed. If they haven't attacked, changed formation, or hailed us yet, I think we should keep doing things like we planned. Maybe they'll just continue watching us and won't attack? Maybe? Let's hope so. That's a foolish thing to rely on. What is? Hope, let's be realistic. We have an advantage. They don't know we know they're there. Why throw away that advantage? It's obvious that if all of them decide to attack us, we're in trouble. We saw what happened last time. It's stupid to wait around to see if they'll attack. We should strike first. But we're meant to be diplomatic. Right? Otherwise, what's the point? We don't know if they even mean to attack. If we attack first, then of course they'll have to fight back. We're on a diplomatic mission, remember? But we have an advantage. We know they're there and they think they're hidden. We should attack first before they can. So why haven't they attacked yet? If they meant to, they would have already. Do you really want to wait to find out? We have the element of surprise and we can ignore their shields with those realm phase missiles. What's to do the math? There are at least 4 of them, maybe 5? Even if we got in the first attack, and even if we destroyed one of their starships, they would still have 3 or 4 ships left. The odds are against us. Even in the best scenario, they'd be firing 3 missiles to our 1. I've run some probabilities, and Trey's actually right about this. The time it would take us to destroy one of their starships would be enough time for them to damage us 3 times as much. We'd lose functionality to critical systems too quickly, and they would cripple us before we'd even destroyed a second ship. We're outnumbered. I agree with Trey. They would have attacked us by now if they meant to. Let's see what they do when we reach orbital range, which is in 5 minutes. I bet they'll attack as soon as we reach orbital. I'll take that bet. I think they'll hail us instead of attacking. Fine, what are we betting? You have to return the Russian parts you stole from Trey's room. Wait, what? I didn't steal them. We're all in the ship together, so what's his is mine. Plus, Trey doesn't eat them very often, and I could put them to better use. I didn't eat them because I was saving them for later. We do have ample supplies in the cargo bay. How many did you take, Wasu? That's not the point. Fine, Elin, I'll return what's left. If you win the bet, if I win, and you'll pull from storage and return to him the amount you took. Fine, but if I win, I get to keep them and I can play my music whenever I want. Please, no. Your music? I haven't had anything like music coming out of your room. It's more like... Elin? Okay, it's a bet. Oh look, they're hailing us. Really? No, sorry, I just wanted to worry him and see his reaction. Worth it. We're in orbital range now. Oh, there is a hail. Trey, should I receive it? Funny, nice try. Open the channel. You two can't fool me. Opening channel. Ah. I'm sorry. I apologize for my crew member's outburst. It seems the Ommel does not like Chrysethi? No, nothing like that. He's just lost a bet, so he's angry. Sorry, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Trey Donovan, and we're on a peaceful mission. I'm Noel Shishar of the 41st Orbital Group. Why have you entered orbit around this planet? We're on a diplomatic mission. I'd like to contact your leaders with a diplomatic message. Would you be able to help me with that? We've never had diplomats from other races here before. I understand and I apologize. I know this is unusual and we're sorry to intrude. We just didn't know any other way to contact your people. What is your message? Tell me more. Well, I represent the humans, obviously, and I also have representatives here from the Realm, the Irwani, and the Ommel. We want to talk to your leaders about a possible interstellar alliance. An alliance? With the Chrysethi? Yes, we cannot go see them directly. Could you convey that message to your leaders for me somehow? We can wait. I can try to contact my superiors and see what they say, but I doubt they'll make time for it. Wait there and don't try anything. Don't worry, this is our only reason to be here. We'll wait. Thank you, Noel. Well done, Trey. Really? How is that well done? We can't go see their leaders, and he's not going to let us contact them. This is a waste of time. We don't know that. It's worth a try at least. I was worried they were going to blast us into atomic particles just for coming here. So was I. Sweats. I kind of played it differently than I thought it would. So I guess we picked the right planet, huh? It sure looks that way. The 41st Orbital Group? It sounds like they have a lot of patrols out there. Which is a complete waste of resources in my opinion. What do you mean? Or why do you automate that job? We have AI-driven drones patrolling our orbital zone. There's no need to waste all the resources needed to put any Irwani into the tedious job of patrolling space. Can't imagine how much it would cost to have Irwani doing the patrols. Hourly pay, medical coverage, sick leave, vacation, retirement plans. What a shipwreck. Guess robots are more efficient. But aren't you worried about them taking all the jobs? That's just a myth. Robots and AI just shift career dynamics. Irwani can focus on other jobs. Exactly. Like AI programming and robotic maintenance. Exactly. Dan understands. What I understand is that robots and AI can become too central to your economic system. Robot repair and AI development are very specialized fields that require years of education. The robots dominate the basic jobs that don't require much education. What happens to the people that don't have much education? Oh, I see your point. It totally displaces the proletariat. Correct. The what? The people. Trey. The people. But that's why you make education a basic right for whatever the species is. There's lots of things you can do about it. Proletariat, the common wage-earning working class person. Oh, the blue-collar worker, got it. Blue-collar? Does the human caste system require color-coded apparel? What? No, it's just a term we use. I guess in old Earth history, centuries ago, the manual labor factory workers would wear blue denim or similar materials, while their office-working bosses wore white-collared shirts and ties. So Dan was right. Humans do have color-coded clothing based on their class. No, I think it just came down to practicality. White shirts get dirty easy, while dirt and sweat show up less on blue. Weren't we talking about robots? We were, and Dayon was saying that robots put the unskilled workers at a disadvantage. Almost have a major advantage over the rest of you because we pass our education to our young when we bud. Hey, that would be cool if I was born with an education. Oh, that would save humans the first quarter of their lives from all the schooling we have to go through. It would save Realm the first 3/4 of their lives. What, the Realm stay in school that long? How do you have time for sprouts? I mean children. Genetically, we don't become fertile until later in life, so we raise a family once we've retired and finished our educational pursuits. I still think the Ommel way is the best educational system. But we haven't heard about the Irwani yet. Elin, how does it work on your world? It depends. The Elders, which are the Irwani that refuse to use technology and live separated from the rest of us, they do things the traditional way, teaching the sprouts when they're young. But the rest of us, we learn to interface with computers at an early age, usually getting our data tendrils grafted in when we're very young. You interface with computers? So Irwani just download information? Basically, yeah. We chemically convert transported data from computers. I think it's got you beat, Wasu. They can basically download their entire education. Well. At least almost don't have to convert their bodies into half machines to learn. How far will it go before the Irwani can no longer be considered sentient beings? Oh, I love their little rivalry, so dumb, I love it. How much alteration until they realize they've become robots themselves? Actually, this is something we humans are beginning to become concerned about. Ethical questions, like how many implants and upgrades can you have before you lose your humanity? We only tried to have standards about cyberware, but it seems like there's always a new piece of technology that will improve things even further. And to stay competitive, it gets to the point where you have to upgrade. We're not there yet, but I can see humanity ending up in the same place someday. Maybe increasing trade between our people isn't a good thing. Humans might follow our same path and end up where we're headed. Or maybe the Irwani will gain new perspective from the other races about this and change course. I think we're all going to learn a lot from each other through the ISU. Or we'll all end up destroying each other, but either way I'm excited to see what happens. Because Anthony is sending a message. Put it up. Hey Donovan, I've managed to relay your message down to my superiors, and they were able to pass it on to our leader. He's actually interested in meeting with you. I think that's great. Thanks to you, Noel. However, I was instructed, for security reasons, to have you board my starship and leave yours in orbit. I will take you planet-side where you can meet with him, and will bring you back when you're finished. This is exciting for me too, because I've never met him. I understand. So how many of us are invited to meet with him? Just you. I see. Okay, so when should I... We're maneuvering into docking position right now. Great, just me though. Nothing could go wrong at all with that. You okay with this? Not like I was given much choice, but no pressure, right? No pressure? If it were me, I'd be leaking cytoplasm all over the place right now. None of us are gonna be there to back you up. I hope you don't die. You're totally on your own in a potentially hostile situation among alien reptiles that could be really hungry. Oh, actually, did it not occur to you how you might be making tray fuel right now? Are you trying to make this worse? Chrysanthi are carnivorous though, aren't they? They have really sharp teeth. That's a sign of a carnivore. Shuffles away. Trey, I think you'll be fine. You spoke well before the Alma leaders. Yeah, but almost don't devour other races or have mouths with rows of sharp, bloody teeth. Where is this coming from, Wasu? It sounds to me like you're more scared of them than I am. Maybe you should try and arrange for a Wasu to go there alone instead. Maybe you should. I'd be a much better diplomat because I say exactly what I'm thinking. No games at all. I could figure people out really quickly too. In other words, you have no filter and you're quick to judge. Exactly. Yeah, I vote for Trey. Guess it's about time. I think you'll be fine. These particular Chrysanthi seem civil and decent to me so far. As you humans say, good luck. Thanks guys, I'll do my best. It'll be fine. See you soon, hopefully. Wait, I'm not going? Wasu, shut up! You're so weird, I love you. No, what could possibly go wrong? Ooh, you look very funky. Lord Gareth, your highness, I present to you the human diplomat, Trey Donovan. Hello. So, I'm told you're part of a peaceful legation. Yes, your highness. I've also been told you travel with a realm, an Irwani, and an Ommel? Yes, that's correct. Very interesting. This is the first time we've entertained foreign diplomats on our soil. I understand you have traveled a great distance and at great risk. I mean, he's talking, so I guess I'll just wait for him to finish. I'm honored by your efforts and your respect. Tell me, why is it that you've come? Your Highness, I come representing the Human Alliance with the Realm, the Irwani, and the Ommel people. We're calling this alliance the ISU, the Interstellar Union. We'd like to invite the Chrysanthi to join. The Interstellar Union? I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this ISU. We're gathering a representative from each race to be represented in the ISU, so that each of us will be part of a council. Our goal is to establish peace and trade between the races. This is a noble effort. Had you come years ago, I might have laughed and quickly dismissed you. The truth is, I'm tired of these wars with the Chiractors. So are my people. We've been at war with them almost as long as we've been traveling space. Your ISU, as idealistic and unrealistic as it might seem, could have potential. I agree, Your Highness. I've only been traveling with the other representatives for about a month so far, but during our time together, we've learned a lot about each other. I imagine that is so. You've lived and worked together during your travels. I am concerned, however, about the Chiractors. I assume you intend to invite them to your ISU as well? Yes, that's our goal. If the Chiractors don't attack and destroy your starship, and if by some cosmic anomaly they actually agree to send a representative with you to join the ISU, I doubt that a Chrysanthi and Chiractors can coexist on the same starship for more than a few hours. The two of us combined may be the end of your ISU, before it has even begun. I have persuasion. Ha, the best stat. The Olmos and Irwani have a history of deep hatred for each other. However, as we've lived together on the Concordant, the Irwani and Olmol in my crew are realizing there are some misunderstandings between them. I think they're beginning to move past their misconceptions and prejudices, and I'm hopeful they will work towards peace between their people. That sounds encouraging. Do the Olmos and Irwani have a history of bloodshed between them? Yes, they do. They almost invade the Irwani's homeworld often, and they've been at war probably as long as you've been fighting with the Terractors. What drives them to war is more the issue. The Terractors intend to expand their hive. They seek conquest of our worlds. Do the Olmos seek conquest as well? No, the Olmos are only in search of food and eat what the Irwani consider sacred. They aren't interested in conquering their world. But it's still invasion and they're still fighting over ownership. It is encouraging to hear they may be able to work out their differences. You present a solid case for the ISU. Yet I wonder, how do you think your ISU would try to appease the Terractors? I don't know. I mean, it's not really about appeasing, but I guess understanding is good. We just need to communicate with the Terractors and understand them better. If we knew how they felt and what they needed, the ISU could help them. I can already tell you what they believe they need. It's quite simple. They want to expand their hive. But why do they want to do that? We need to learn that. My people have been fighting the Terractors for generations. It is clear that their goal is conquest. I understand you feel that way, but consider that you may have formed that conclusion out of anger, because you've been at war with them for so long. Anger? Do not patronize me, Trey Donovan. It is obvious what the Terractors want, just by their actions alone. They attack and seize our planets, infest them with an enormous population, expand even further by bringing in their eggs to hatch their young, and then repeat the process on other worlds. Their world could be dying. Perhaps their own world is dying and they need a fresh start somewhere else? They may have a huge population that just needs to relocate to find a better life. Even if that is true, why should the Crescetti be expected to offer our worlds over to the Terractors? Is this what the ISU is about? Taking from the Crescetti and giving to the Terractors? These are our worlds. We were there first. But what if your worlds were dying and you needed to find a new home? Would you be complaining if the Terractors offered their worlds to you? They would never allow it, and even if they did, we Crescetti would find a way to deal with our own problems instead of demanding that others accommodate us. What if a Crescetti family related to you was in trouble and lost their home? Would you not let them move in and stay with you at their home? At your home? That is a poor example. The Terractors are not our family, and they're not even the same species. I don't know why we're still arguing this point. I think I picked the wrong one. And even if that was not a factor, they have an entirely different culture. Why is it a problem that the Terractors have a different culture than yours? So if they want to come into my home, they should be willing to accept and assimilate to the way Crescetti live. Oh, it's like an immigration question now. Oh no. The host should not be expected to live by the demands of the guests. So you're saying that if the Terractors could adopt Crescetti culture and not insist on their own culture, you'd be willing for them to use some of your worlds if they needed them? Still no, but if there wasn't a choice, I would accept it on the condition they offered some kind of compensation to live there. You want them to pay rent? Rent, taxes, call it what you want, but our worlds are not for sale. Using our worlds would require compensation and they would have to follow our laws. However, what? All of this is based on the assumption that they actually needed the land and were suffering on their own dying planets. That has already been investigated and is false. Previous Crescetti leaders have tried your approach in the past, and our offerings failed to appease the Terractors. The Terractors have continually sought to establish their presence through increasing numbers until they dominate an area. Maybe you're right, that does sound like expansionism. I understand that you're trying to remain objective, but after watching them try to devour our territory for generations, it is obvious. We have tried to reason with them and even offered 2 of our planets so they would stop. They agreed, populated them, and then resumed their aggression. There will never be enough for them. They didn't stop expanding even after you gave them 2 entire worlds? Correct. So, Trey Donovan, how can your ISU help the Crescetti? How can it stop the Terractors? Although we are a peaceful legation, I'm prepared to let the Terractors know that the peace we seek has the support of all our militaries combined. Peace through strength? Perhaps that is the only way to deal with a warlike adversary. This reminds me of an old Crescetti proverb. Where words fail, power prevails. I like that. Believe the threat of punishment or retaliation is a very effective method for establishing order and peace. I've seen it work on my own planet. What planet is that? It's a small colony planet. It's called Colony 4. I'm unfamiliar with your planet, but I do understand the volatility of colony worlds and the criminal elements that often take up residence there. Some of our outer planets are owned by 7 powerful criminal syndicates. As if the Terractus weren't enough to deal with. Poor guy. But I digress. You're correct, Trey Donovan, that peace can be attained through strength. If the aggressions of the Terractus were quelled, I could put out military forces. I pressed the button too fast. Whoops. 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 I'm dumb. It's fine. The aggressions of the Terractus were quelled, I could put our military forces to other uses and finally clean up those outer worlds. Sorry. However, you plan to include the Terractus in the ISU. If they agree to join, what guarantee do I have that the ISU won't demand I give up territory to them? The Terractus will certainly demand it. Persuasion, you will have my vote. And I'm sure I can convince the others to side with you on this issue. You're promising your support for the Cressetti against the Terractus? Why would the humans listen to you over all the human opinions? If they bring us all back alive to Sardos to form the ISU, it'll have a huge impact. Not only that, but they chose me because of what I did on Colony 4. Must have been significant for you to be chosen for this diplomatic mission. I would not think the humans to choose someone from one of their outer colonies. If it were Cressetti, we would choose a dignitary from the highest ranking clan. What did you do on your planet to earn such a reputation? Well, people on Colony 4, a lot of them were... Basically, it became pure anarchy. Total lawlessness, the good citizens were living in fear, there was violence, destruction. So I picked up my guns and gathered a few others. We started punishing lawbreakers, catching them, throwing them in prison, and in a few cases... I understand, sometimes there is no choice. Not something I'm proud of, but to protect the innocent, our families, or to preserve our own lives, in a few situations, it had to be done. Ray Donovan, you stand under the crushing weight all good leaders have to bear. Responsibility for your choices, ownership of the outcomes, guilt and doubt. Thank you, game, for calling me out. I've led the Cressetti for many cycles, and I have known this weight. I still carry it, and I always must. Trey, your coming here has given me hope. I see in you the strength of a good leader, so I will trust you and your promised efforts for the Cressetti. What is it I can do for your ISU? Yes! Thank you, Lord Gareth, your highness. All I ask is for you to allow a representative of your people to come with us on the Concordant. When we return to Sardos, each of us will represent our people in the first ISU Council meeting. Representative, yes. I shall consider... I do have someone particular in mind. That is very appreciated, your highness, thank you. We will return you to your starship, and I will send our representative to meet you there when all is prepared. I really do hope your ISU can help the Cressetti stop this endless war with the Terractus. Thank you for your efforts and the risk you've taken, Trey Donovan. I will join this alliance because of you. Hell yeah. Because I'm cool. Thank you, your highness, Lord Gareth, I am honored. Elitacha Kushada? That is a Cressetti blessing, meaning find your success. Wait, that I haven't lost my touch. I haven't lost my touch. What can I say? Everyone's alive. It's all good. I'm living life. So I'll leave that there before I ruin it all. But thank you for watching. Please check the game out in the links below. If you're interested, I'm having a great time so far. I don't even know how long I'm in this game and it's still going, which is awesome. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So have a good one.